Well, despite the dry weather over the past 3 days, the Patuxent River continuing to run high, overspilling its banks. Moderate flood stage this afternoon. It crested at one of its highest levels, if you'll remember, back on Tuesday, and that's where the damage was done. So even though the water levels may be heading down, residents along the river's banks are still feeling the effects, like Martin Cure of Cranston. Look at his basement right there. Took on about 4 feet of water the other day. It's only gone down about a foot since the peak of the flooding. And Cure's house is also still surrounded by feet of water, his backyard resembling a swimming pool. When asked about how he was feeling about a potential months-long cleanup ahead of him, all he could muster was, "I'm thankful for insurance."
Night, I saw some trickling. I said it was no big deal. Then I went to school. I went to work. When I came back, the basement was flooded.
Yeah, as he should be thankful for that. It was really incredible footage that I saw this afternoon. There's a video up on the flooding on the Now Local News app. If you want to download that, if you have it, you can sweep up, I believe it's on both the news and weather tabs. You can find that video. There's the Patuxent still in the flood warning box here, but likely going to see that expiring at some point, maybe late tonight or early tomorrow, as we'll drop to the minor flood stage. Really, the flooding I saw today, again, as I mentioned, the damage was really done Tuesday into Wednesday. It wasn't that bad, but still lots of trees underwater. You could see the grass completely bent down as that water came up and then flattened back down over it. The Pawcatuck River is also still at minor flood stage. The warning for that should expire rather soon, probably before the Pawtuxet River will. The Pawcatuck River, again, down there, that was. Here is the Pawtuxet River. Be careful when you say those back to back. A little tough. Pawtuxet River is now at moderate flood stage, but likely to, again, drop into minor flood stage at some point overnight as it continues to go down. It is not completely out of flood stage until over the weekend, but we then still have a few more days before our next fairly, we call it significant or substantial rain event. That's not going to be until Wednesday of next week. And that's really, really great news as we continue to see the number of those flood warning boxes across the Northeast dwindle. And eventually we're going to probably see those all gone by the time we get to the weekend or maybe Christmas Day. But again, we're watching the next rainstorm on the horizon. It's all the more important with a situation like this. You saw it in 2010. We had a big rainstorm in the middle of the month. It really wasn't that long before we had the next rainstorm. It was about a week or two, and that then led to the record flooding of the Pawtuxet River. This is not a major rainstorm right here. We've just got a little bit of energy across the center of the country. That's going to head our way over the weekend. In the meantime, lots of cold and lots of sun once again during the day tomorrow. Then as we head into Saturday, we're going to start to see some more clouds filtering in the afternoon. Not a bad day at all. It also starts to turn a little bit more mild. Sunday's a bigger difference. Here's your warm front right here lifting north of us. That could bring about a quick little light shower or a sprinkle. Some flurries off across the Berkshires and areas further north if you're traveling on Christmas Eve. Something to keep in mind, but this should not really impact your travel all that much. In fact, most of it comes through overnight hours into Sunday morning. Here we are Sunday at 11 o'clock. It's just a mostly cloudy day here across southern New England. But again, just keep that in mind if you're heading a little bit further north because there could be a few more showers in that vicinity. Meantime, again, very cold out here. Tonight we're looking at wind chills in the outlying areas could be as low as 10, 11 degrees. Here in Providence, probably only going to be about 18, 19 degrees, but still that's pretty frigid air as we go through the day on Friday. Not much better, and Friday night not much better at all, but Saturday will start to feel that difference again with the air masses kind of changing of the guards there as that front lifts north. Our Christmas Eve forecast, mostly cloudy skies, will allow for that sprinkle mainly in the morning hours. Other than that, it should be a fairly dry day. And then your Christmas Day forecast is a nice day. Clouds in the morning will give way to sun in the afternoon. Highs approaching 50 degrees. Now, it is looking like it's going to be on the warmer side through the end of December, especially in the northern tier of the country, and that's including us here in New England. So it looks like a warm end to 23, but could be a little bit of a chilly start to 24. There are some signals that we're going to start trending a little bit further down in the temperature department, especially here on the East Coast. We will watch out for that, but again, most of the 7-day here is on the above average side temperature-wise. Mainly dry outside of that sprinkle on Sunday morning, and then we're watching for rain possibility for Wednesday and into Thursday. It's a little bit too soon to know if this would produce any substantial rainfall. When I say substantial, I mean, really over an inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, something like that. I would tend to think not based on what I've seen so far. But again, there was a lot of time for these storms to come together. You think back to last week's storms, that looked like maybe a 1 to 2 inch event. at first. And then as it kept getting closer and we kept refining that forecast, it looked like 3, then 4, and then as much as 5 inches that wound up falling. So I'm not going to rule it out just yet, but certainly we'll be keeping an eye on it here in the Weather Center.
But between now and then,
Between now and then,
Clear
it's all
sailing
gravy,
now,
baby.
right?
Yeah. Good news for those rivers to go down. Obviously, great news for holiday travel here in the Northeast outside of that little sprinkle on Sunday. And, some warmer weather as well. We'll take that too.
Oh, absolutely.
I like it. I know the snow lovers might be groaning a little bit. But
especially around Christmas time,
Yeah.
you get some complaints.
Thanks, Jeff.